Hey everybody, it's Ed. Today's video, I wanted to talk about this album. What album is this? Well, it was simply titled Elvis. It was released back on July 16th, 1973. Now, making it 50-year anniversary that just passed. And this is an album that, if you ask anybody within the Elvis community or any Elvis fan, especially ones that were around back in the day when this was released, about this album, it wasn't usually very highly regarded for one reason or another, okay? However, not everybody felt that way, of course, but I think the general consensus when this album was released and came out that it was not a very good release. Now, why is that? Well, I don't know. I got to be honest with you. I'm not one of those people. But then again, when this was released in 1973, I was only 4 years old. However, I do remember listening to it because I distinctly remember listening to the song Fool and, hearing it when this came out. I do remember pretty much my father, if not bringing it home, but putting it on the turntable. But because I know I'm stammering here. I can truly remember the opening chords of Fool and just remember being mesmerized by it. And as a child, I absolutely loved the song. And still do, I guess, to this day, because every time it comes on, I enjoy listening to it and usually find myself singing to it poorly as usual. But regardless, so I wanted to talk a little bit about this release and what I guess I can recall from it and other releases that came of it. Now, this is my father's original press, and it has seen better days, but it is what it is, and I'm happy that I still have it. Now, the vinyl itself is actually in pretty good shape, as I do listen to it often, and don't really have any problems with it. So that's a good thing. It is on Dynaflex. It is on the original orange 73 RCA label. Okay. And this was the inner sleeve where we have the stereo 8 tracks on one side advertised, and then on the other side are the cassettes. Now, again, this sleeve is not in the best condition either. It's seen better days, but it is an original. And again, these are from my dad's collection from back in the day when he got it. And I'm sure it was on release day of July 16th, 1973, that this entered our household. And now here it is just over 50 years later as I record this. I believe I'm recording on July 25th, 2023 rather. All right, but now this I find amusing. They have the 45 that was released. I don't know the date. I should have looked it up. Sorry, I did not. All right, but if we look at the bottom banner, it says now available Separate Ways album on RCA Camden Records. All right, they did not release or advertise the actual full album. On the flip side was Steamroller Blues. All right, but that did advertise the album that came from, which was Aloha from Hawaii. Okay, so go figure. But now, again, this album is simply titled Elvis, but it has become known as the Fool album because that is the opening track. And if you look at the side, you will see it's simply titled Elvis Presley. So there's that. Now, I guess what I'll show next will be the original, I believe this was the original CD release from 94. And the thing that's nice about this CD is they do have some information in the back. I'm sorry, not in the back, but in the book rather, that tells you when songs were recorded and where they were recorded for the most part. So, for example, it says tracks 3, 4, 6 through 10 recorded May 71, except track 6, March, at RCA Studio B in Nashville. All right, and then we have track 1 and 2, recorded March 27th and 28th, 1973 at RCA Studios, Hollywood. And track 5, recorded February 16th, 1972, at the Hilton Hotel, Las Vegas. All right, so what songs are they talking about? Well, 1 is Fool, and 2 is Where Do I Go From Here? All right, so again, those were recorded March 27th and 28th, respectively, 1973. All right, and then songs, what was it? 3 and 4, which are Love Me, Love the Life I Lead, and It's Still Here. And then 6 and 10, That's What You Get for Loving Me, and Don't Think Twice, It's All Right, were recorded in May of 71, except track 6, that was in March, which is That's What You Get for Loving Me at Studio B in Nashville. All right, and then track 5, which is It's Impossible, is recorded February 16th, 72 at the Hilton. So that's good to know. You have all that information in the booklet. All right, and then we also have, in 2010, Follow That Dream released their 2 CD version that includes many outtakes and such. All right, and here are the songs that are, I'm trying to get it so it's not out of focus. All right, but pause and you can read them. All right, but I'm moving on. And then to complement that, FTD also did the LP release, the companion album to the 2 CDs, but that has less songs on it than the CDs do. All right, and then finally, this was from the 60 album CD Legacy box set of the complete album collection. So that's this one. It's basically a nice reproduction of the original cover. All right, but overall, this is an album that I still do listen to quite often and enjoy immensely. I don't know if it's in my top 10, but it's an album, like I said, that I really do enjoy listening to. All right, starting with the opening track of Fool. Like I said, I do remember that song from my wee childhood, pretty much, like I said, from the day my father brought this album home. That is the song that really sticks in my head that I remember from then. Where Do I Go From Here? I do enjoy that. I like, a lot of people think it's a lazy vocal on his behalf, but I don't know what it is. I just enjoy it, and I groove to it, so I like it a lot. Same thing with Love Me, Love the Life I Lead. A lot of people have a problem. It sounds like he's straining and he's struggling with the song, but regardless, it is what it is, and I enjoy the performance, and I do like the song. All right, It's Still Here. I have absolutely no problems with it, and I really actually like it a lot, so nothing with that. It's Impossible is a live version from Vegas from 72, and I've, again, really no problems with it. Actually, it's a nice performance, and it's pretty good, but I don't know if it really belonged on this particular album, because this apparently wasn't the lineup that this album was supposed to have. There is a little bit of a history. Probably should have gotten more into that, but let me just move on. That's What You Get for Loving Me. That's a good, that's a song that I do enjoy. I know my wife does not like it when I have it on. She does not like that song, but that's okay. All right, and then we have Padre. Padre, Padre is a funny song for me. Padre, I remember, I have a love-hate relationship with Padre, but overall, I got to say I do enjoy it. I enjoy, I think, a lot more the outtakes of the song more than the actual release version, but overall, it's a good performance. I'll Take You Home Again, Kathleen. It's Elvis at the piano. And it's awesome. I love that. And the same thing with I Will Be True. Elvis at the piano. I'm okay with it, and I think it's freaking awesome, and totally love it. All right, and then to end the album, we have Don't Think Twice, It's All Right. I wish Elvis would have thought, well, no, I can't say I wish Elvis would have thought twice, because Elvis was actually just having fun, jamming to a Dylan song that he enjoyed, and somebody in their infinite wisdom, whether it had been Colonel Felton Jarvis or whoever at the time, decided that we need to fill an album, so let's take this 9-minute jam of Elvis repeating the same verse over and over, and hey, where did you come from, Gigi? and let's release it on this album, and let's not only release it on the album, but let's make it the closing song. And that's exactly what they did. It's not a very long album. I don't think it's barely 30 minutes, if that. So again, they needed to fill some space. All right, but overall, if we look at the booklet from the CD release, and I believe, again, the CD came out in 94, right, there is some literature print. I'm trying to get up. There you go. There's no glare. All right, there's the second page. And, again, just gives us the song selection. And then, 45 cover. All right, again, advertising separate ways. Just funny. And that was the back cover. Which is, funny enough, that was the cover for the latest Record Store Day release, which I do not have in front of me, or else I would have showed it, but what are you going to do? All right, everybody. So that's pretty much it. And again, just I guess to commemorate that we had this album out now, released for 50 years, and showing an original pressing, and I guess just giving my memories and thoughts overall of this album. Out of a scale of 1 to 10, what would I give it? You know, for me, I'm going to give it a 9. I really, really, really like this album a lot. May not be for you. Maybe it is. Let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think. I would appreciate hearing from you. All right. All right, everybody. But seriously, if you would like, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. I do appreciate you watching. And as always, be good to yourselves, be good to each other, and take care.